For this lesson, we will be finding the volume of these shapes. For time purposes, we did construct the shapes beforehand so we would have enough time for the lesson. Start with letting your students identify the shapes. Can you tell me which shape is a cone? Good job. Can you tell me which shape is a pyramid? Which one is a cylinder? Good job. Which one is the prism? Good. You'll talk through the dimensions of the shapes with your students. On the cone, can you show me what the base looks like? Good. With your marker, can you mark what the radius is going to look like? Good. Make sure your students know the dimensions of the shape, and if not, explain them to them. Explain what the volume means. Volume is going to be the measure of the whole shape inside of it. We're going to be exploring these shapes and finding the volume for shapes like these. After you explain the shapes, you're going to be giving your students their worksheets. On this worksheet, I've given examples of the shapes and the lengths of the dimensions, and also provided with the formula and the steps. For this worksheet, the students will be filling in the blanks and solving the problems with my help. So, the first volume we're going to find is for this rectangular prism. You'll need to let the students know that they need to identify the length, the width, and the height, and make sure they understand the formula. For this formula, we need to find the area of the base. To find the area of the base, we're going to take the length and the width of the base. What is the length? Good. What is the width? Good. What is the height? Good job. So to find the area of the base, you're going to take the length times the width. What is the length times the width? Good job. Then you're going to take the area of the base and multiply it by the height. Fill in the height in the formula, and then multiply the area of the base times the height. Explain to your students that the volume is always going to be cubed. The student did a good job of already marking that. Now we'll find the volume of this cylinder. The formula has been provided along with the steps to fill in the blanks. Identify the radius. Good. Now what is the height? Good job. Now you're going to square the radius and plug it into the formula. And then multiply it by the height. Now you're going to times that number that you got by multiplying the radius squared and the height by pi using the calculator. The students will be rounding to the nearest whole number for this worksheet. This can also be expressed as the volume equals 960 pi, or you can multiply it out to get the answer. Now we'll move on to the next page. We're now going to find the volume of the pyramid. Identify the length, the width, and the height of the pyramid. Good job. Now for this formula, you're going to be taking the length times the width times the height and dividing it by 3. The student knows where to plug in the equations and multiply and divide it out. Good job. The last volume we'll be finding is the volume of the cone. Where is the radius located? Plug the radius and the height into the equation. Now square the radius. And plug in the height. Now you're going to times the radius squared times the height. Now you're going to multiply that number by 1/3. And again, this answer can be expressed by the volume equal 348 pi, or you can multiply it out and get the full answer. If your students don't understand any steps of this, make sure you explain it.